My father says everyone should write letters as much as they can. It's a dying art. He says letters are a way of presenting yourself in the best possible light to another person. I think that too.
Forget about texts and tweets. The old-fashioned love letter is having its moment again in a national tour of A.R. Gurney's 1989 play, Love Letters.
Oh, Andy, couldn't I see you? You're all I have left.
Audiences around the country have been lining up to see Ally MacGraw and Ryan O'Neal, cleverly cast as the show's star-crossed lovers Melissa and Andy.
If I went to a psychiatrist, I'd talk about you. Seriously, I would. I think about you quite often.
It's the first time the two have worked together since Love Story, the legendary 1970 tearjerker that was a box office smash.
Jenny, I'm sorry.
Don't. Love means never having to say you're sorry.
As we step out, the audience murmurs. They murmur because they know us. They remember us. Their lives changed in many ways when they saw that movie. They married, or they had children, or they named their children after us.
Would you please hold me?
I really believe that the audiences, whether it's conscious or subconscious, are throwing themselves back those 40 years, which for most of us was so much more innocent, so much more romantic, so much more full of hope than it is right now.
Nostalgia is in the air as O'Neal and MacGraw play characters reading the letters they sent one another over the course of 50 years.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and much love.
Much love? Much love? God, Andy, how sexy.
Playwright A.R. Gurney.
Do you think Andy and Melissa's relationship could exist today over text and email?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
How is a letter written by email different than a handwritten ink?
Because it doesn't have the personal nature of the penmanship.
Right.
It doesn't have the sense of thought, since when you're writing with a pen, you're thinking about what you're doing.
The handwriting and even the smell of the page are very powerful essences for me.
Right, like poetry.
And truth. And guts about feelings. Real courage. Not just platitudes.
I wrote you every day for a year.
You wrote me?
Yes.
From The Notebook
It was you, I swear.
to Cyrano de Bergerac, who understood the power of words.
And the dear foolish words, that was you.
Love letters have long had a special place in our hearts. But in this era of always-on instant communication, are love letters destined to go the way of the rotary phone? Dennis Depsick worries they are. He and his wife Maggie were married for 41 years. Shortly after she died, Dennis found a mysterious box in the closet.
I brought the box down and put it on the bed and opened it and stood there absolutely stunned. In that box were all the letters that Maggie and I had written to each other when I was in the Army. There were 119 letters. Please don't apologize for not being able to answer all my letters. I don't want you to feel that you owe me a letter. I write to you because I enjoy it, silly. And just seeing that handwriting and knowing that it was always there through our entire married life, it just brought her back to me. It just, I mean, my hands were shaking. Tears were rolling down my eyes. It was just amazing.
What is it?
Patrick Garrity and Christy Demmel never wrote letters to one another, but that didn't stop their romance from blossoming. When it came time to find a gift for the couple's first anniversary, Patrick got creative.
We had a whole history by text.
So Patrick printed those text messages and had them bound in a hardcover album. Thousands of messages chronicling their entire relationship, from the day they first met through their first anniversary.
This was 2 weeks in, and I wrote, I can't believe how happy I am. You're amazing. How do we manage this? This is so unreal. And then it was, you know, you can repay me in kisses and snuggles. Oh God, we said that. That's so embarrassing.
So cute.
You make me very happy, sweetie. It's very mutual.
Is that something important to you, that you have this concrete thing now?
I think so. I think
I
it's
like
a
it.
nice little history, especially one day when we're not here. Our kids have this, that they can kind of look back at how mom and dad met and the conversations that they had. And, I mean, well, yeah, some of it, but
Maybe not all of them.
Not all of it. Right?
Even if writing love letters is going out of style, Love Letters, the play, seems as popular as ever. In the 25 years since it first appeared on Broadway, it's been staged hundreds of times in more than 40 countries. And when the show came to Boston this month, O'Neill and MacGraw returned to Harvard,
Remember us?
where that other couple they're famous for playing first met and fell in love.
I like to go to the movies rather than watching it on my laptop.
Speaking to students, some still glued to their smartphones, they made the case for the old-fashioned way.
Only with letter writing could it be communicated. I don't see how you could text this story to each other.
This letter, which I'm writing with my own hand, with my own pen, in my own penmanship, comes from me and no one else.
I don't think they're going to go away. I don't think, as the decades accrue, that there are a lot of people who really are going to put that time in. But there are some of us.
You can tear me up and throw me out, or keep me and read me today, tomorrow, anytime you want until you die.
Oh boy, Andy. Love, Melissa.